Good morning. Ooh, this ain't quite ready yet. Let me just towels. Let me just set them over here. I need my neighbor to hurry up and get her ass. I need my neighbor to hurry up and get her a damn wash machine. I don't mind her washing, but she be want to wash early in the morning. I said, no, you got to wash when I tell you you can wash. You can't just tell me you want to come over and wash. You got to wait to see if I'm available. Amen? And I don't handle her clothes. She do her own clothes. I don't touch her clothes. These are not quite done yet. Oh, no wonder all this lint is in here. Gotta get that lint out so it's dry. So there's 13 people watching me on here, and thank you for saying good morning. So 13 people on here, and I know goddamn well y'all saw me post that I made 27,000 subscribers, and not one of you has said congratulations. That does not include you, the lady who said good morning. So I don't know what y'all on today, what y'all got going on, but just take you 5 seconds to write in, type in congratulations. We're gonna take you 5 seconds to say congratulations. Y'all let somebody come in and cuss me out. Well, I just saw the last comment, but y'all let somebody come in and cuss me out before I get a congratulations. Not the person who said good morning. At least they spoke, but somebody just cussed me out, and I just blocked their ass. But yeah, we're gonna celebrate later on. I was up all night cleaning up, so And then I woke up to this window right here. I'm gonna show you a picture. See the hole right there? So I don't think nobody. I don't think anybody. It's not a bullet or anything. I think when they was. Thank you. I think yesterday when they was cutting the yard out there, I think because I heard something crack, but I didn't pay attention to it, and I don't understand. Like I just emailed my landlord and them and told them they got to come, fix the window, whatever. I have double windows, so. But why would you cut? Why would you cut the grass when there's no grass there? It's just basically rocks and a little dirt and a little bit of grass. But you could just take a weed eater and do that right there. But they don't care, child. They're not paying attention. And I already know that's where it came from. I know it. Because I don't live in, I live in a pretty cool neighborhood. We got a lot of homeless people down the way because of the Salvation Army is down the street or whatever. But other than that, we do have a few homeless people that come through here, but they run them off or whatever. But you know, I know it's because I already know that's what it is. It's that damn lawnmower. Oh shit, what's going on with this damn? Hold on a minute. It's that damn lawnmower. Oh, it's still draining. Okay. Okay, it's rinsing and spinning. Is that what it's doing? Okay. Okay, it's just rinsing and spinning. Okay. Oh, damn. What the hell that thing got going on? I was up to 5 o'clock this morning cleaning up, y'all. Five. And so I told my neighbor, if you're gonna wash, come on, wash your little clothes now, cause baby, when I tell you I'm getting ready to cook me some breakfast when she leave, and I'm gonna be out like a light. But anyway, anyway, if anybody got an issue with me, please email me. Please email me at ptspointofview at gmail or either comedianpt at yahoo. Um, I don't know why I'm using this phone. I keep forgetting to use my other phone. Yeah, if you have an issue with me about anything, please email me, please. Thank you. So we can rectify the problem. But anyway, we'll celebrate later on this evening. But I want to say thank you to all of those who have rode with me since day one. It's been a bumpy road. I've had some hit and miss shows. I met a lot of people throughout the years. Um, YouTube has been good to me. I've been booked out of town because of my celebrity gossip, but I was booked as a male entertainer. Like not with the wig and makeup on, because when I first started, you go back and watch my videos, you'll see I never, I didn't even wear wigs or makeup and stuff. But uh, thank you, I appreciate it. But you have to understand that uh, this is my first time and keep making these videos. Yeah, and you have to understand that. Hold on, I'm trying to change something here. Hold on 1 second. Um, sometimes you just like don't want to do it. Like a lot of times, sometimes like the gossip part is not okay. When I if I didn't have to put the wigs and the makeup on, which I don't have to do it like that, but I have to. I explain to people that, and even Gary with the T told me, well, you should do it with your wig and makeup on because is that that's what. Well, no, that ain't how I started, but Of course, we know crazy stuff brings more views. For some reason, you know why. Even though people say they don't like drag queens, they don't like feminine. But it's that crazy shit that bring more views. Like when I was doing it as myself, I would get views, but it'd be like a hit and miss. You know, and one night I was in Houston. Excuse me, y'all. I was at Houston one night and I had did a show, like a drag show online. And when I finished, I went live just to talk to the people. I just went live. And I looked up and I saw when I used to see 1,000 views, I started seeing 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 views. I was like, well, I know it's because I got the wig on. And then I started clowning people. Like people started clowning. And I used to block people. Some people I still do block. Depends on what if they cuss, I block them. But usually if they say you ugly or something crazy, I go off on them. But just all in fun. Okay, just like all in fun or whatever. And I noticed that I said, damn. And then I did it again, and my views, you know, they went up again. I'm not on here just because. I'm on here to one day perhaps get a viral video or become famous or whatever. Um, and if I'd ever become famous, I'm okay with that. But so when I started doing that, I noticed my numbers had changed financially. So I said, well, I don't want to do it like this, but I don't want to be wasting my time getting up here giving the celebrity tea and all that. And. So then I started playing the piano. That helped a little bit, stuff like that. Um, so I've been through a lot with YouTube. Like, I've only got one strike years ago. That's because I went into a club and oh really? Okay. How many subscribers you got? So uh, when I first started out, my name was no. He didn't say that. That was my original name of my YouTube channel. And sometimes if you put that in there, I think my channel will come up. And then I went on the radio station back in 2000 or whatever. I don't remember. And the lady who does the gossip, her name is Kelly. And it's called Kelly's Showbiz Top Five. And so I was just super super excited about being on the radio after I was on there, and they changed the name of the show they wanted to her name to my name instead of Kelly Showbiz Top Five. They said PT Showbiz Top Five. I was excited. Couldn't believe they changed. And y'all, this was like a huge big radio station in Austin, Dallas. It's called Kid Craddy Morning Show. So I changed my name to PT Showbiz Top Five, and then I said when I had got 10,000 subscribers, I was going to change my name back. I was going to change it to PT's point of view, which it is kind of unique, kind of different. But yeah, so and here we are. Yeah, and again, I met some crazy people on here. I met some crazy people on here. I've had people come on here try to run me, try to tell me what to do, send me money, and they think that they can run me. You know. Oh, okay. So what do you do on YouTube? We could do we'll do a video together. Just email me. I usually don't. Um, yeah, just email me, and we'll do a video together. It depends on what you do, though. If it's politics, I don't. I try to. I do politics if I'm not doing the gossip, but if I'm doing gossip, I don't do politics. Oh no, that's not my lane. But y'all go follow Miss Buffalo Slot Queen. Oh, I see it there. Okay, I got you now. Shit, I wish I could win. So anyway, so like YouTube and Miss Buffalo Slot Queen to tell you it's not easy. And you hear a lot of black content creators who say that YouTube does black creators different than they do the white creators. I mean, look what they're doing in politics. So what do you expect? But I don't make a living off of it. I wish I could. I wish I could make a living off of it. I wish I could get a $20,000 and $30,000 check every month, but it ain't even nothing like that. But like I say, it's been a pretty fun ride. I met a lot of people. Some people I wish I didn't meet. Um, I don't know. I had a lady who I met one year, and she became real close to me. And she lived in Belgium, and um, she was a big financial person on my show. And I never really asked for anything, but she would if I'm if I'm let me give you an example. One time my tire was on flat. I said, "Oh damn, I got to get me another tire." Just talking, just didn't ask for no money, no nothing. I look up, she sent me $300, and I was like, I didn't ask for that, but thank you. I ain't gonna turn down no money. And it happened more than once. There was quite a few things. She just sent me money, sent money. So she came up missing one. The lady came up missing, and I got an email that she died. Oh my lord, I didn't put out this video. I'm crying, and I'm, oh my god, no, 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 she died. Where everybody on the YouTube channel crying, and I don't want to say her name, but we all crying and shit. Child, 2 or 3 months later, this heifer showed back up. So she shows back up. So all the women who followed me was looking at her side eye like, mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, died and came back again. So she felt the shade. Like she really felt the shade. She knew that most of the women, people who follow me are, yeah, it's a true story. Most of the people who follow me are women, and they're black women, and a lot of them are older than me, some of them my age. And baby, when I tell you, they was like, PT, don't you trust her? She said that somebody got a hold to her social media, right? And hey, you two enjoy. Oh, by the way, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers on here. And so she felt the shade. All the black women, when she would come in, the women would be like, "Oh, she died and rose and came back again. Hey, Jesus!" They was giving her a hard time, and she felt the shade. And that was around the time that I was doing a cruise, which I'm still doing a cruise. And yes, I know about that virus that's going around, but my cruise is in January of next year. But you got to prepare for it now. I'm not going to cancel my cruise just because of that virus. I mean, shit, life goes on. And if you get insurance on a cruise, then you can always get your money back if you decide not to go. So anyway, and they have extended my dates for my cruise. It is now May the 15th, where you can pay $25 per person to go on the boat, leaving out of Galveston, Texas, Martin Luther King weekend. All right, so I plugged that in. So I was doing a cruise back then, and she threatened the ship. She threatened to blow up the ship. She was gonna throw me out in the water when she came out. I said, "Bitch, come on. I'll be waiting on you." So did. I told the bitch to come on. I'll be waiting on her. So what she started doing was, she started. Um, True story. She started everything that I did on YouTube. She would do it. Like she was from Belgium, so you really can understand a lot of things she would say. You can understand her, and so she would come on there, and she would, whatever I said, good morning, whatever I say, she would say, but it was like, it wasn't exactly like I said, but you get what I'm saying. And she was trying to turn my subscribers against me and stuff like that. She finally went away. Never heard back from her and anything like that. She finally went away, and so That's just one of the stories. That's just one of the stories of me, and YouTube is another one. I met a lady. Um, she just randomly popped up. Thank you. She just randomly popped up, and she was cool and everything, and she was always bragging about her money. When I was like, girl, whatever, you know. And we became so close that she actually had my home address. I don't know, did I have a PO box at the time, or did she have my home address? I think she had. I'm not for sure, but she would send me all type of gifts and stuff. Like, she sent me a big, huge coffee curry one time. One of them, it was brand new, and wine glasses. She sent me some, um, a computer, um, all kind of stuff. I remember one time me and my friend Chase was out eating one day, and she's like, PT, where are you at? I said, we're eating at a Mexican restaurant. She said, oh my God. She said, you should go to places more upscale. She sent me $300 on PayPal. I'm not lying, y'all. And I said, well, thank you. I mean, I didn't ask for any money, but I don't turn no money down. So y'all, I'm telling stories about YouTube because I'm celebrating 27,000 subscribers. So I'm just telling stories of how I got to where I am now. And she sent the money, whatever. Anyway, so the computer that she sent me, it didn't go live. Like, it wasn't like it was a computer, but it wasn't a computer. It wasn't a Apple, or it wasn't the best of the HPs or anything like that. And so she, so I told her, I said, hey, I don't mean, now y'all, I could have took that computer and sold it or pawned it, right? So I was like, hey, I just want to tell you, I appreciate everything that you sent me. So she said, but I said, this computer don't work. Um, and she's like, well, you're so ungrateful. What do you mean it don't work? It's new. And I took it to Best Buy, and I would have to pay for them to do something for me to go live on it. It wasn't a top of the line computer, and I was grateful that she gave it to me. But I wanted to, if I can't use it, she probably gonna question me, why you not using it? Da, 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 da. So I wanted to give it back to her so she could get her money back for it. She didn't understand that. She was mad at me. She was talking all kind of shit, and oh my God, she was. And one night I was on my live, and she popped up, and she said, I was waiting on somebody to come on my live. She popped up. See, I knew something was wrong with you. You're crazy. I sitting here talking to yourself. I mean, the bitch was crazy. So she finally went away. She finally went away. Then I met a lady. We had dinner twice, and she lived in Houston. She was so nice. I remember when I had got the flu, or I don't think it was COVID. I think I got the flu, and I was real sick. I only get sick once a year, but it don't be like a bad sick. Usually I do get sick once a year around by September, October. I get sick, and so she sent me, and we were so close. She had not this address, my old address. She actually had my address. She sent me. I like horseradish. She sent me horseradish. I love horseradish. She sent me them little peanuts I like to eat, soups, all types of a big old box of it. She even bought me a huge ring light like this. See this ring light like this? She sent me a big old huge ring light like that. But it wasn't, to me, that's a cheap one. The one I got, she sent me, was expensive. I mean, everything. Mind you now, or really, mind you that, like I told y'all, we've had dinner twice, so we were pretty close. So my birthday, when I turned 60, allegedly, because I'm only 25, when I turned 60, I was in Atlanta, and she sent $1,200 to my cash app. I was like, oh, thank you so much, thank you, and I ran upstairs and told my best friends, I said, child, I'm taking y'all out to eat for my birthday. I was so excited and everything. And she texted me, she's like, oh, PT, I didn't mean to send you that. I sent it back. I sent it back to her. Yep. I sent it back because remember, we had a relationship. We were friends. I knew her. We went out to eat. She told me about her husband and everything. And I didn't want no problems. So I could have kept it. I didn't want no problems. I sent it back to her. That was Thursday. So that Sunday, I was out at the club, which is my actual birthday. She sent it again. I said, "There it is." She sent me some money for my birthday. So she this time she said, "Oh my God, PT, I don't know what's going on. I was meaning to send that to my husband for the mortgage." I said, "Baby, let me tell you something." I said, "I don't mean no harm. Uh, no, we actually met in person. She was cool. I'm telling you, we met in person. We met in person in Houston. We went out to eat. She paid for it twice. Twice. I'm not lying, y'all. I swear on my mama's life and my mama's living. So I don't play about my mama. And Greg, if Greg was in here, he could witness it because Greg is one of my longest standing subscribers, but he's not on here. Plus, he live in LA, so he probably sleep. And yeah, and I told her, I said, baby, let me tell you something. Don't do it again. I said, I don't mean no harm. I don't know what you're trying to prove. I don't know what you got. And then she didn't even send me nothing for my birthday. So, which is okay. I'm okay with that. But don't do that. Don't do that again. And everybody was like, bitch, I would have kept that $1,200. I sure needed it too. Bitch, I needed that 1200. And I told her, I said, if you do it again, I don't mean no harm, baby, but I'm going to keep it. Oh, PT, I'm sorry. And she stopped speaking to me. We never spoke again. We never spoke again. To this day. Like I said, I'm going to tell you another story. Let me tell you some good stories. Those are the bad ones. I'm going to tell you two good ones. I had this one lady. Her name was TT. TT, she sounded like Michelle A. All right, look, her name, she sounds just like Michelle A. On the internet. And when you talk to her on the phone, I mean, how Michelle A. with that high pitched voice. She was from Carolina, South Carolina, and I remember she sent me $300, and that was, yeah, she had a real high pitched baby voice, and she sent me $300, and we were cool and everything, and then I found out that she was in a wheelchair, didn't have no legs. I told her, don't you, this was later on, and I said, do me a favor, don't send me no money. Don't you ever send me any more money ever again. Because I don't expect people to send me money that's disabled or in a wheelchair or old, elderly. Because I had to stop this one lady. I had to talk to this lady, these ladies, it was a Mexican lady, and her grandkids, or her nieces or nephew, where they got in contact with me. My granny wanted to see somebody. I said, no, I don't need no money from your granny. You know, she don't know how to send it. I don't need any money from your granny. So anyway, when I found out that TT, well, her situation, I asked her not to send me any money. I said, if you want to be my friend and you want to stay my friend, don't send me no more money because I'm going to block you. She never sent me any more money. We became so close that I end up, when I found out her situation, that she didn't have any legs, and she she had a son and a daughter. They were young, and she was telling me that she really wasn't getting any help from her family members at the time. I went into help mode, and I would send her. I would. I sent her a phone one time, but she didn't have a way to go get it activated because she was having problems with her phone. I sent her school supplies for her kids, her son and her daughter. I would talk to her son and daughter over the phone to try to tell me, y'all do right by your mama, because, whatever, whatever. And she was telling me, oh, God. She was telling me that where she lived, she had roaches. It was real bad. She wanted to move. And I told her, I said, I'm going to try to come to South Carolina, try to help you find a place to live. She was like my family. We never met. And she was having some phone problems. Like as I said, her phone. And I said, try to get somebody to, you know, get your phone so we can stay in contact with each other. And she was one of those people that when I say, hey, y'all, I'm trying to get on this radio station, she's very smart. She would email the radio station. She could email real good. And she did all that for me. Y'all, PT, we got PT, we got to get PT on this show. And she would send me the email that she sent the producers, and she was on top of it. She stayed on top of it. And I didn't hear from her for a long time. And then I looked up online, she had died. And I always remember her telling me, PT, don't stop what you're doing. I'm sorry, y'all. She said, don't stop what you're doing. Keep doing it. I love you, PT. Her name was Cheryl Go Million. Because I know when I met her, I said, are you a millionaire? She said, no, I'm not. Her name was Cheryl Go Million. That was her name. And I looked up, and they had already had a funeral and everything. And I miss her so much. Her and Annie. Cheryl and Annie. Cheryl Go Million, her name. They call her TT. And I miss Annie. And they both still moderators on my channel, even though they're deceased. I never removed them as moderators. Now, now Annie was she wrote books, and I remember every time she would come in my live, and she had a funny voice too. Y'all need to hit the like button. Because, when I go live, she would come in on my live. Y'all need to hit the like button. PT needs to, if y'all don't hit this like button, that's how she talked. And I didn't hear from Annie I think they both died from COVID, Because when I didn't hear from Annie from a while too, I went to researching her, and I found her online too. She had passed away. That I already had a funeral and everything. So I have some good stories, but I also have some crazy stories too. I've had some good people. I met a guy. He booked me for my first. I had my first booking for PT's point of view PT Showbiz Top 5 at the time. And I got an email, hey PT, we want to book you in Topeka, Kansas. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I've been booked as a drag performer, but never like this. And I was super, super excited. I was like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, we want you to, he's just like, he's a black guy. He's like, won't you come hang out with me? He sings live. He sings live. He's like, I want you to come and hang out and be a part of the karaoke, but I want you to do the tea, the gossip while while you here. They flew me in. I had to fly into Kansas City, Kansas, I think, yeah. And then they drove me, limo took me into Topeka, Kansas. And they put me at the Hyatt. The agreement was they pay me my money when I got there. They paid me my money when I got there. And they picked me up in a limo. Oh my God, it was like, I was sitting up there. Y'all know I'm real sensitive. I'm sitting there crying the whole time. Like, oh my God, I can't believe somebody booked me just to come and do celebrity gossip. But the internet is a curse and a blessing. So so it was great. Everything. The Hyatt was beautiful. It popped up. The Hyatt pictures popped up on my Facebook the other day, and so I think a year later he was like wanted me to come back, but he wanted to go cheap. He wanted me to get my own way there. But since we friends now, nah, we're not gonna do that. And he was like, "Well, since we friends, and I could put you at the some hotel, Howard Johnson." I'm like, "Nah, bro, I'm good." We stopped speaking. Yep, we stopped speaking. So I've met some crazy people, some good people on YouTube, and it's it's been a up, it's been a rocky road, but it's been good. I met some people who I thought would take me to the next level, and they didn't. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. Um, and I know some people might say, I think somebody made a comment say, "You need to do it on yourself, on your own." I have done it on my own, but you remember when, um, what's their name? You remember when the Kings of Comedy? You saw how they all helped each other when they made it. That's all I was. That's the only thing. I don't want a handout. I don't want anybody to do anything for me. And I think I've worked pretty hard to have the few subscribers that I have. You follow what I'm saying? I don't want a handout, but you know, I think everybody needs a little hand. Like okay, I'll give you an example. When Steve Harvey took over the radio, when Steve Harvey left the radio station in Dallas, when Ricky Smiley took over, Gary was on the radio, right? But I don't think Gary was a millionaire by then. I don't think he was. I could be wrong. When before Ricky took over, no, he wasn't. But Steve Harvey told Ricky, and Gary told me this, and it's in his bio or whatever. St- Steve Harvey told Ricky when about the morning show. He said, "Keep this one right here." He was talking about Gary, so he gave him a hand. He helped him. He sorry, this is my mom's doorbell ring. I was supposed to be on that other damn phone. So he basically gave Gary, a lift. You know, what would have happened if Ricky Smiley never had brought Gary on with him? He probably still would have made it because he was working for Steve Harvey before he was working for Ricky. He worked for Steve Harvey. He worked with Tom Joyner and all of them other people. So he probably still would have made it. But there's nothing wrong with giving somebody just like I just told. Um, yeah, yeah. Just like I just told. Where's the person? Are they still on here? Oh, like I just told Miss Buffalo's Sly Queen. We can do something together. I help you. I don't mind helping people. What is going to hurt me? It ain't gonna hurt me to help somebody. You know. And but it's been a little disappointing. Some of the people I have met, and I thought they would. That all they got to do is make one phone call, just one. That's it. All they got to do is make one phone call, and my dream job is radio. That's what I would love to do is radio or TV. I don't care, but it didn't happen. So it's not like I'm begging for. I'm not begging, but it's not like I expect somebody. Yeah, I do. If you in a position like on your job, I gotta tell my neighbor her clothes is ready to put in the dryer. If you're on your job and you know that there's a position coming up and you got a friend that y'all friends and y'all cool, you want to see them make it, then you gonna tell them, hey, look, there's a position coming up, and I think you'd be good for this position. No, nobody know about it yet, but let me give you a helping hand. I'm gonna go and put in a word for you. See? Yeah. I had Junior from Steve Harvey on my. Y'all didn't know me and Junior was friends. Yeah. I did a whole interview with him. I met Junior back when I was doing drag comedy. And I told Junior years ago that he was gonna make it, um, and he made it, and he's doing good. He's on the, he's on the Ricky Smiley morning. I mean, he's on the Tom Joyner morning. Not Tom Joyner. He's on Steve Harvey morning show, and he's doing this little thing, whatever. But yeah, I did a whole. I had Junior crying and everything on my YouTube channel. You had to go back and search real hard for the video. I need to. I want to interview him again, but Junior got a lot going on. He done got married, and he got all kind of shit going on right now. So, but me and Gary, Gary's been on my channel before. I've been on his. Lunell's never been on my YouTube channel, but we've done a lot of videos together online. Yeah. Let me tell my neighbor her clothes is ready. Hold on. Yeah, me and Lunell, she's never been on my YouTube channel, but we done a lot of videos together. Um, anyway, hold on, y'all. But you know what? If I never become famous, I'm okay with it. Hold on, let me tell my neighbor. Hold on. I'm not worried about it. They'll come. They'll be here. They'll let me know. Oh, oh. I don't, if I do, just put them. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So my neighbor, I always go over there and still get cookies and stuff from her. Something I don't need. But like I said, it's been a bumpy ride. But thank everybody for 27,000. Thank y'all so much. Well, uh, we'll we'll do some more celebrating tomorrow. I mean tonight, later on. I ain't going nowhere today. It's so hot. But anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank y'all for helping me get there. Still got a while to go. Still got a while to go. All right. Um, y'all be good. Take care and thank y'all. And if you get this video after this video's over, it's okay to send a little $5 cash app. Thank you. A little $2 cash app, $5, $10. It all adds up. If not, I'll see y'all later on this evening. Okay. All right. Y'all take care. Bye bye.